Let's now look at the key issues that are part of the global supply chain. What management needs are out there. They're vital to the entire economy. They connect businesses and consumers across the entire globe. You're dealing with a whole different matrix of different elements, anywhere from strong dollars to weak dollars, anywhere from technology, anywhere to technology glitches in the process. They're complex networks from beginning to end. Number one, you have geopolitical uncertainty. Right now in the Red Sea, we have terrorists operating out there, and they're pretending that they're trying to save their own little interests, but in the meantime, they're disrupting shipping primarily to get attention around the world, and they're doing a pretty good job. Political instability, it just seems to be going on and on and on in all parts of the world right now. The impact, increased costs, delays in deliveries, and disruption in operations to everybody that's just trying to make a living. So you look on that, you have economic recessions. That always is a problem. Currency fluctuations and inflation, they have a big impact on production costs. If somebody goes up 5%, how does that affect the entire cost of the item as it goes down? Normally you absorb it for a little bit, but then long term you have problems. So the impact, lower profit margins, technology disruptions, you got a lot of AI out there, artificial intelligence is coming online right now, disrupting the entire labor market and disrupting jobs, and people are getting laid off because AI is taking over their work. So how do you go about dealing with that? Job displacement, continuous training is necessary for the employees. Climate change part of it. It's hard telling. It's not a political issue. This is an issue that affects the rising sea levels, different resource availability, different climates, and the impact on production disruptions and increased costs. That's the bottom line in it. Sustainability. This is a big issue with a lot of people. So, are you advertising the positive things that your supply chain does, your product, your end aspect of a merchant? Are you doing that because that is a sellable item? Also, are you getting into the areas? The Paris Accord promised that we have $131 trillion spent trying to go to green energy and green power and green systems by the year 2050. You know, they're politicians. Even if they keep half of the promises, you're still looking at an injection of $65 trillion worldwide, huge market. Are you addressing that? Are you trying to gather in some of that into your product line over here from your design to manufacture to your delivery? It's obviously renewable energy, sustainable sourcing is a big part, and then waste reduction strategies. That's all part of it. And can you get part of the action for your company? Cyber threats. They're saying that by 2025, the teeny tiny ways off, that the reality is that there'd be more cyber crime than all of drug traffic on planet Earth. We're almost there. You have governments actually having part of their military out there stealing money, data breaches from banks, other countries, and maybe your pocketbook trying to enrich their country's coffers. It's real. Feel free to go check it out. But the reality of the threat is that we're constantly barraged by people hacking into something that almost seems insignificant and disrupting it because they can or holding things hostage. Labor shortages. We have aging populations, demographics are different. Competition for talent is really good. Some of your top-notch people are working at other places, and if you want them, you need to go after them. But the impact overall with these shortages is there could be production delays, increased costs, difficulty meeting the customer demand. When you start looking at the entire picture, there's a lot out there in the supply chain management that needs a lot of work. Part of the goal of you in the world of supply chain management is to proactively identify and address the issues and make certain that we're operating to mitigate the risk and also high efficiency with a sustainable future in the global marketplace. Take care.